Instagram just dropped their own video editing app called Edits, and everyone's asking if it's worth switching from their main editing app like Capcut. I spent an hour testing it out, and let me tell you, it's interesting. But let's break down what this app actually offers and if it even deserves a spot on your home screen. In this video, I'm going to give you the real talk on Instagram's new Edits app, what it can do, what it can't do yet, and whether or not it's worth your time. I'll cover the basic features they've launched with, a few practical ways you might actually use this in your workflow, and why being an early adopter might give you an advantage even if the app isn't perfect. Most creators are wondering if they should abandon their current editing setup, and I'll help you make that decision without the hype. When I tested this app, I found some promising features, but also a lot of clear limitations that you need to know about before you go all in and throw away all your other editing apps, okay? What's up? My name is Monty, and the first thing you need to understand about Edits is that this isn't just any random editing app. It's made by Instagram specifically for creators. This direct Instagram connection is probably the most interesting aspect because Instagram clearly wants creators using their own tools, which likely means they'll favor content made with edits in the algorithm. We've seen this pattern before with Reels and a whole bunch of other features that they've pushed out. From my initial test, the app lets you sign in with your Instagram account and export directly to Instagram without compression issues or anything like that. Now, this seamless integration could potentially give your content a boost as Instagram tries to encourage adoption of the new app. Is this enough reason to switch from CapCut or InShot or whatever app you're currently using? Not entirely, in my opinion, but it might actually be worth creating a few pieces of content with edits to see if you notice any difference in your reach or engagement. Instagram tends to reward early adopters for their new features, so there's a strategic advantage to being among the first to use this consistently. Now, let's be real about the current state of edits. It has the basic editing tools you'd expect, but nothing revolutionary yet. The app includes a timeline editor that lets you trim clips, add text, and create simple transitions. During my test, I found the interface clean and intuitive, but if you're used to the advanced features in CapCut, you'll definitely feel limited and underwhelmed. One practical use case I can see right now is for quick edits when you're on the go. Let's say you capture a moment and want to post it within minutes. Edits could be perfect for that scenario. I tried creating a simple transition video, and while it wasn't anything I couldn't do in other apps, the direct Instagram integration made the publishing process smoother. So the frame accurate timeline is decent. You can pinch to zoom and make precise cuts, which is helpful for creating clean transitions. But don't expect the depth of features you get with more established editing apps just yet. I will say one area where Edit shows some promise is in content organization and project management. The app lets you actually create project folders and save ideas in one place, which could be useful for creators who batch content. I set up a quick project structure during my test, and it was straightforward enough. Here's a practical way to use this feature. Create folders for different content themes or clients if you're creating sponsored content. For example, I might have folders for Instagram tips, creator economy news, and behind the scenes content. This keeps everything organized in one app rather than scattered across your notes, gallery, editing apps, and voice notes and all that stuff. Is this organization system better than what you might already have? Not necessarily, but having it integrated with your editing tool does streamline the process a little bit. According to Instagram's announcement, they have plans to add much more powerful features in upcoming updates. They've mentioned keyframes for animation control, AI modification tools, and collaboration features that are coming soon. These future additions suggest Instagram is serious about making Edits a comprehensive creation tool and not just a basic editor. What's interesting is that they're also planning to add performance insights and an inspiration feed within the app. This could potentially give creators valuable data about what's working, all within the same app they use to create. Right now, these features aren't available, so we're judging the app on what it currently offers, not what it promises. And currently, it's pretty basic compared to established editing apps. But keeping an eye on these developments might be worthwhile if you create a lot of Instagram content. I know many of you are wondering if this is worth your time to learn yet another app, but here's my take. Don't abandon your current workflow, but consider adding edits to your toolkit for specific scenarios. Now, let's talk about some practical ways you can actually use edits right now. Here are 3 specific scenarios where edits might actually be useful in its current state. First, quick reaction videos. If you see a trending topic and want to post your take quickly, edits let you record, make basic edits, and post directly to Instagram without switching between apps. Second, simple product showcases. If you're a small business owner showing off products, Edits has enough basic functionality to create clean transitions between product shots. During my test, I created a simple showcase with 3 transition points, and it came out looking professional enough for social media. Third, repurposing existing content. If you've already created content for other platforms, edits can be useful for quickly reformatting and optimizing it specifically for Instagram. The direct integration means you don't have to worry about compression issues or aspect ratio problems. Now, I already know that at this point, you're wondering if you should even waste time jumping to yet another editing app, but that's a valid question. I would honestly say that I'm not suggesting that you abandon CapCut or whatever editing app that you're comfortable with, because the truth is, Edits is still in its early stages. It doesn't have the depth of features that established editing apps have built over years of development. However, what it does have is the direct Instagram connection, which might give your content an algorithmic advantage as Instagram pushes adoption of their new tool. My suggestion is this: keep your main workflow intact, but experiment with edits for some of your content to see if you notice any difference in performance. It's not about jumping ship. It's about strategically testing what might give you an edge. All right, so that's it. Instagram's Edits app has potential, but it isn't quite the game changer that it might become later on in the future. I've shown you the basic feature that it offers now and a few practical ways you might actually use it, and why being an early adopter could potentially benefit your content strategy. So my question for you now is, are you planning to give Edits a try, or are you sticking with your current editing apps? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on how this app develops and whether it eventually becomes worth switching to, hit that subscribe button right now. I'm going to continue testing it regularly and letting you know when it actually becomes competitive with the established editing apps that we already know. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's grow.